Hello, welcome to episode 15 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It's September of 1734, and last episode was a bit of a mess, both for technical and non-technical reasons in the game. If you notice, the video quality was a little bit less than stellar. I had messed up the OBS settings, changing between monitors on my computer, but that has been fixed. And in the game it was a mess as well, as this saltworks fixed now, but this saltworks had all of its oxen die, and it became subsequently overfilled with firewood and charcoal. And we fixed that by building a bunch of warehouses right here. There's a little bit of finishing left to do, though. We do have to make sure that it is supplied with charcoal again, and we can actually now fix this one's problems as well. The only problem is now our things are full. I have one too few zeros on that charcoal, so that's fine. That is looking okay as well. So they actually have to finish burning this firewood, which is not ideal, but is still okay because we have hay and water for the oxen there. That is looking fine, and by design, we have enough oxen for, well, almost. We have 5. Now we have 6. So we have enough oxen to fully occupy the second farm that we will now be building. Or at least placing in our queue to go down here. So let's go ahead and actually queue that up. And we'll go ahead and put right about, because this is a lot of really nice open space right here. Let's go right at the end of, okay, I've got wells put right here. Let's go right at the end of this area, a little thoroughfare right with the little doorway right there, so that will be fine. That probably won't get built for another couple of in-game weeks, but that is fine. We are cruising along. Of course, last episode we also built our church on our tiny little island here. That's a fun little look right there. I may get a couple of these trees, especially these larger ones, out of here, and then replant the smaller trees in more convenient locations. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll get rid of these two right here at the very least, so they're kind of obstructing the view of the church. And we'll put some other trees in more convenient locations. Big tree. Wow, that big tree turned into a little tiny log. Okay, there's 2 logs. That's fine. See, that's a little better. A little better. Alright, so all the houses at this point have been built. Hey, look at these guys! We didn't even check these out last episode. We were so busy worrying about everything else. But we've got houses with beachfront access. Can't really do anything with these beaches right here. But this will be quite a nice looking area when we have everything else finished and another market accessible. But these families have something nobody else really does, and that is waterfront property. And of course in Alpha 3, when every house had the gardens like we see here, except they didn't grow anything, it was a little hard to do something like this, but you can put the houses a little bit closer together, a little bit more of an organic flow going around the curve right here. That will be quite nice indeed. So let's go ahead and make sure these wells are set for citizens only. Okay. And then our farm will have to supply its water from a platform. There's already one right there, so that's fine. They'll keep it supplied relatively easily. What other problems would we like to tackle today? I do at some point want to do more here. I'm still not sure exactly what I should be doing. If I maybe need to add another layer of fencing kind of inside this. But I don't know how I would do it to make it really look the way I'm envisioning in my head, so we might come back to that at some point. This poor little fire pit, little campfire right here. The origins of our town, just kind of sitting there. But I do like this market area. I think this is nice. So where did my... Oh, the reorganized benches are down here now. That's interesting. So why don't we go ahead and put some benches right here. I won't do it. Wow, they got right to work sitting down. I won't do another tree in the middle of this because I kind of like having it open. And then I guess I could do this looking straight down if I wanted. There, and that is a little bit of visual interest. Okay, Durkachi, you don't have any chickens for me, but you can buy my shoes. Ooh, and 1,000 sunflower oil. Don't mind if I do sell that to you. Clothing, 230. Go right ahead. Nope, not that again. Raspberries, 84. See, I still can't get too many raspberries. But these people will always want to buy raspberries. If I can figure out how to get a lot of people in their individual gardens to grow them, then that'll make us a lot of money. But look, we've got money. So honestly, we could raise wages a little bit, but there's not really a reason to because the families still aren't poor. They seem to self-regulate pretty well. Can't find thatch anywhere. Well, my dear friend, Priska here is doing her absolute best, I assure you, and you will receive your thatch in due time. That wasn't thatch. I thought it might be. Okay. So I guess we might actually be able to have this farm set up before the winter comes in. But what else do we want to do down here? Now, again, I said previously, most of this is going to be farmland, and that's true. But we have opportunities to do so much more. And we can put in any manner of production things. Of course, probably a few more cow sheds, chicken coops, the like. Pigs, I really don't think we'll need more than this one pigsty. We don't seem to sell all of the pork and salad that we have already, so I'm not really tempted to get too much more into pigs, and they take so many resources to maintain and feed. It's just really not worth it. Hurry up and finish this farm. You just need 150 more thatch, and then you'll be done, and then we can get to work with that, and that'll be a lot easier to do, I think, before snow starts falling. So if you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you finish this farm real quick for me. And I guess we're not going to get it. But, that's just the way things go sometimes, I suppose. So now they all have to go... Oh, because there's no carts down. Well, we can fix that. We can get more carts. We will catch inefficiencies in our building layouts as we get there. But we can go ahead and order our plows, and they should automatically get the oxen for them. We'll turn that on. We'll open a manager vacancy. Of course, hire only women at the farms is a good idea. We'll set that. Actually, let's just go to our other farm and just copy all of this over. That just makes it so much easier. All right, so I said this farm, we're going to have a lot more. I think we can get away with having maybe not 7 full-size fields, but we can have 6, I think, is reasonable to assume that would be possible. So we'll go ahead and do our first one right here. 50 units on a side. I'm sure this will be out of square, out of whack, but that seems to not bother a lot of you. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't really bother me. That's fine. So 50, 50, 50, 50 is what we're looking for here. It is very tricky to get it to go exactly that much, but that works. I'll go ahead and add another one right down next to it. 50. Now if I did this exactly right, ooh, not quite. Make this a little longer down this way. Oh, that's what I call beauty right there. 50, 50, 50, 50 for 2,500 units. And it's not exactly perfectly square, but you know what? It's close enough. There's an old saying that goes, close enough applies in horseshoes and hand grenades, I believe. Well, there's another saying. Counts in government work too, and I guess technically in this game we are the government, and this is government work, so you know what that means. It's close enough and it counts. And that is 50, 50, 50, 50. We'll do... Yeah, I can already tell that's not straight, but you know what? we are embracing that here. We'll get this finished up. Oh, too long. Not quite. How much did I miss it by? I guess I should have checked. Hey, there we go. 450s. So there we go. We could very easily have all of these on rotation for our crops that we are attempting to grow. But I do think it would be wise. Actually, let's go ahead and set up a rotation for all these before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So it'll need to be 3 apiece. So I do want to make sure I don't mess this up. So we're going to start with sunflowers, then we'll go to hemp, then we'll go fallow for at least 3 of these, because that will be 1 full cycle. And then we also have wheat to deal with. Now, wheat occupies a lot of the same nutrients as sunflower does, but not to the same degree. So you can get away with having 2 wheats in a row, and then 1 fallow, and that can just be wheat. So you know what? I think for now that's what we'll do. We can always add more fields, but that is something we can deal with later. This will help our supply chain immensely for our trading things, and that is just fine. So as they are supplying for oxen, let's hope they are actually able to do it before they get... Okay, so they're doing okay. We do need to go ahead, before we get too far, build some hay barracks over here, because it's much easier to supply when the hay is locally stored than when it's all the way across the map. So, actually, I'm going to go ahead and orient the camera like this, just because it's slightly easier for me to take a look at it this way. And I think we can get 6 right here. That should be more than they would ever need. And 6 fits just about perfectly. And that will help us out a ton with having these oxen get supplied for. But I think, okay, water, a couple of them are getting water. That'll be fine. And we should very shortly have water. And then we should be seeing plows come through here in just a little bit of time. Unless we haven't hired anyone at the carpentry. No, he's got that. He could use a friend. So let's go ahead and let somebody hire there. Yeah, there we go. Now we should have our first plow for the second farm come right on down this central lane pretty soon. And as long as we have at least one before the next plowing season begins, we'll be in very good shape. And they're going to be building those hay barracks there. But ignore all the ugly icons that are telling you I'm bad at the game, because this is a very nice view in my opinion. Looking straight down this thing. We planted a couple trees. I want to plant more, but I want to make sure we get this plow. There we go. We have 1 plow. So we are already going to be in very good shape. And somebody else has died of old age. Wow, that whole family was living there? Alright. Are we full up at the graveyard? There is 1 left. So that means when the next person dies, we're going to have to build the graveyard, which possibly could not be in this episode. We'll see. But if it is, then we'll take care of that. I do want to go ahead and get some more birch trees built up. Now, I can't put them exactly at the end here because of how I have those archways placed, but we can go pretty much all the way there. Messenger, messenger, messenger. You're not going to have any chickens, so you are useless to me unless you can buy more of that stuff that we already sold you. Go ahead and put this here. I think I can do this. And then we'll do another tree right here. Another tree right here, and that should get us pretty close to where we want to be. We have 2 plows. I love the different patterns on the cattle. Just a little bit of variety in the game goes a long way. Now, once these are all finished built, then we can actually have all this checked. I don't think they're checked on the rest of them. If I go over here... Oh, wow, no, okay. I'm not that smart then, because I should have seen that coming. I really hope that this... Alright, we're going to have to fix this right now, or I'm going to lose my mind if this happens again. So let's go ahead and get 2,000 of this firewood out of here. and put it in with that, it's going to tell me that's over full. I don't care, because we cannot have oxen keep dying over and over and over and over. Alright, so now they can supply. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. Now we have all of these built down here. They're not quite full yet, but we will get there. So let's click on one of these and make sure this is all selected. Apply to all. And that should solve some of our problems with supply for that. Looking fantastic. And it's January, and we have the second farm all set up and ready to go. We still have plenty of open vacancies in the winter, which is interesting. Could possibly have something to do with the fact that we have all of these warehouses. But we also have this cart parking done. So we're going to go ahead and order those carts. That will help some with our supply issues and speediness thereof. Now, what else do we want to accomplish down here? Obviously, we need more houses. I would prefer to let that develop a little bit organically. We could put some more with the yards or whatever, but I don't necessarily want to build too many more of those. You know, I like the variety. This is a pretty diverse little building area we've got over here. I think it's a little bit more appealing than just a grid. Although, of course, the grid is fun. Now, what are you yelling at again? You're over full? Oh, boy. Oh, there's 1,000 salt in here. Why is there so much salt? Well, we can store more salt in here. Let's try 8,000. Is it going to let me do that? Yeah, we've got room. So that should help a little bit. Yeah. Very good. Okay, Marifa, you guys usually have chickens. And you do! So let's go ahead and buy 20 chickens. We can buy some honey, because we can't make that yet. Salt, please buy salt. Sunflower oil, we have 900 for you. So you can buy that. And you're not buying clothing. Let's just double check that this is all supplied and good to go. And it will be. Already is, so as soon as those chickens get here, they'll be in good hands. Alright, so let's watch them plow. So I rotated the crops. So this one's going to be sunflowers first, this one's going to be hemp first, this one's going to be fallow, and this one is going to be wheat. So these three will be on a full cycle, and then this one will just be wheat, wheat, fallow. So this one, and I believe this field will be fallow at the same time when we get there. So we will find out what happens when that happens. And supplying for the hay for the oxen is going to be pretty interesting for this, because we don't have any reserves down here quite yet. I don't need more chickens. I just bought chickens from you. I can't sell you anything like that. I can't. Well, I can sell you more salt, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, we're making some progress here. We got our chickens yet? We do, and they're already doing hatchlings, so this is fantastic, looking good. Fishing is happening slowly. We do need some more people, so we actually probably could use a critical mass of houses over here. So we've got a couple minutes left in this episode, so we can build up some more houses. So let's strategize here. We have now this large farm that is probably going to get expanded, and I'm likely to put the other two fields here, so let's stay clear of this area. But we've got all this space, and I'm pretty sure this entire area will be fine without having another market built, so you know what that means. Let's build some houses with waterfront access. We'll give a little bit of variety here to the rotation on the houses. Well, that's going to irritate me, so I'm going to get rid of that. I do, even though they're not on a grid. Hello? Okay, now that's gone. Even though they're not on a grid, I do want them to still kind of line up, if that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. I guess I could put them a little closer together, but there's no zoning board that's going to get mad at me here. I am the zoning board. And I guess you guys technically are by extension. We'll do... I think I can fit one or two more over here without it yelling at me. Just a little bit more rotation. And I think that'll do it. I think the next one I was going to put would be out of range, which it would be. And this still might be a little far for a market, but we will get to that when we get to it. So we've got 9 houses that can be built right here. And that will be quite a nice opportunity for a time lapse. So why don't we go ahead and just set that up, and we will watch them build. Now, we interrupt this time lapse real quick to bring you an interesting factoid. See this little child running back and forth between houses? A commenter had left a comment in one of my other videos asking if I knew why that was the case. I don't, but we're going to find out. This child lives here. Playing around is what she is supposedly doing. She lives here, and I would imagine... Okay, well, that kid's a little young to be playing with an 8-year-old, I guess, but this could be a functionality in the game to allow that to occur. And I think that's probably what that is. But it's pretty funny, the time-lapse. You can see her going near, 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 near. And there's a secondary reason to stop the time-lapse just temporarily, is we had another person die and occupy a gravestone. So that should be right here. And I believe that's who that was. So we are now full up on grave plots. So the next person that dies, there'll be a thing in the corner that says no area available for burial, or no gravesite, or something like that. So we'll have to take care of that. Here's the weird white lines again that seem to be going to this house, which is weird. But we'll go ahead and get back to our time lapse here and watch these guys build. And then I think that's going to be it for this episode. So we'll get in position here and we'll watch them do their thing. And there it is, the last of our little house segment over here, all constructed. I really like these houses on the edge of the water. I think it is so picturesque. But it is kind of funny. This house, the stairs don't connect to the ground because there's such a sharp elevation drop-off, so the kid just kind of teleports. Still going back and forth between the same two houses. But this is looking really nice. I am really, really liking this so much. And these pathways are a little ugly, but we'll fix that. But that's going to have to be in the next episode because we are just about out of time. They're harvesting all of our crops, and things are looking fantastic. But that's a good place to stop, so we'll see what these guys want. I still can't know how to pronounce their name. I'm sorry, Ukrainians and Eastern Europeans. I am not good at pronouncing your names. Sunflower oil, we'll sell 100 to you. We'll sell clothing, 130. Yeah, we're about to skyrocket these numbers. It will be absolutely fantastic. But that's all the time we got for this one. So we'll leave you with our beautiful, wonderful houses on the river and the church. What a fantastic looking scene. I am absolutely in love with this. I think it's fantastic. I can't get over it. I think it's great. So thanks everyone for all of the support, all of your comments, likes, subscriptions, everything. It is so nice to get to experience all of this alongside each and every one of you, and I look forward to many, many more episodes of Ostriv Fun. But that's all the time we got. We'll see you later.